What's up? My name's Kareem Campbell Sharif Gamal Abdul Rahman Rushdy. I'm very excited to be here today, broadcasting live from tiny Ontario, a place called Wildfire. And I'm joined here today by...
Hello, Mr. Rushdy. I'm Sophia.
Hi, I'm Solenne.
And where are we?
Wildfire.
Where the fire is wild and the marshmallows are crispy.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. So, Wildfire. Where is Wildfire?
You know, it's in this place called Tiny Ontario.
And what is it?
So, the physical place Wildfire is like a building where learning can happen. It's actually called the Recreational Education Center, but it is a space for Nancy Campbell to come for 1 week out of each semester to spend time together, create together, and whatever that may be. Like, it's art, like create art, but also you create friendships, you create bonds with your teachers. Well said.
Yeah. And Solenne, why do we go to Wildfire? Why Wildfire?
Well, I mean, there's many ways you can answer that. Like, why do we specifically come up here? Wildfire. Why do we do Wildfire like this? But I think Wildfire is one of the most important parts of the year. Like, it sets the tone for like the rest of the year, you know, gets the year started off with friendships and creativity and learning and advanced understanding. And it's just super important for what the school environment is going to look like and for all of us, you know, to be able to experience this. And it really is a very unique place, you know, like it has to be Wildfire. That's why Wildfire, you know, because I think if we tried to like do Wildfire, but we did it like just at school, you know, we'd come and we'd do some art together, you know, or do a little bit of study. It really wouldn't be the same because I think Wildfire it's more than just the products we create and the study we do and the like just the things that we're doing, like the individual things. I think a large part of Wildfire is like the Wildfire state of mind that comes from all of us being together and studying together and creating together. You know, it's this state of mind of reflecting deeply, of creating friendships, of just being creative in general and letting that creativity become something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like such a unique thing that we have here. That's why Wildfire, so that we can have this, so that we can create these beautiful works of art, so that we can make these friendships, so that we can study and understand and reflect and learn together as a group with all of us with this mentality in this environment.
Sophia, we got a snap for that.
That was pretty phenomenal.
That was very eloquently said, if I may say so myself. So that's the why of Wildfire, succinctly put into a nutshell of a wisdom droplet.
Very much.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
So why Wildfire? So the Wildfire state of mind. It's so interesting you say that. You know, there's like in life, people drop these kind of terms all the time. Like, oh, it's a lifestyle choice or whatever. Yeah. And some of that stuff is really real and true and authentic, but a lot of it isn't, just being honest. So when you say that, some people may feel like, well, okay, what are you talking about? State of mind, you know? And so let's dive deeper into that. Sophia Cott.
Sure.
How? The state of mind. How do we get to that state of mind here at Wildfire?
Yes. So I think it's definitely a spiritual condition that everyone makes the choice to undertake or to like enter into.
It starts with a choice.
It starts with a choice. It starts with effort on the part of every individual. Because also at Wildfire, you're put into these art groups and you have to make something in 3 days, you know, whether that's a song, a dance, a play, like 3 days is all you got. And a lot of the times, you know, there will be a day where your group hits kind of rock bottom in a sense. And it has these challenges that it has to work through. And you're dealing with so many moving parts. You're dealing with people's feelings being hurt. Maybe, people aren't speaking with like in a tone that everybody can understand because of different reasons. Again, it gets even more complex because of cultural barriers, things like that. And also varying levels of understanding on different concepts. But I think in spite of these challenges, it is such an essential part of the process because then the entire group deepens their understanding on how to actually approach a solution, not using the modes or the ways that society might try to use to eradicate a problem. And we study about this all the time. For the first 2 days of Wildfire, this is the third day, we've been looking at new ways of education, new ways of dealing with injustices, like the equality of men and women, for instance, which is the theme of this Wildfire. And you really put it into practice in these art groups. I mean, and then so after you overcome these challenges, you get to the solution, and then you have that kind of you're kind of soaring with your team. And then once you perform at Showcase, you look back and you're like, wow, that was such a cool thing that we just did. Because it honestly does seem hopeless, especially if you've never done a Wildfire before. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so doom and gloom.
Right, there's no way it could happen.
There's no way out.
Yeah.
But then it always ends up coming together, and that's because of the spirit and because of the choice everyone makes.
Yeah, it's like a time of such deepened understanding because we're simultaneously learning all of these new things through our study groups and even technical skills in the art groups that you're learning all these things and simultaneously learning and then applying it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a chance for so much to be learned and so much to be learned together too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think an important part of that is also what you're saying, that we all have this state of mind and this want to create, but we also all trust that we're going to create something, because at Wildfire something's always created, every single year. I'm there's no way my song's gonna be done by the end, in music group, or there's no way the dance is gonna happen, or no one's gonna know their lines in drama, I every time I think that, but every time there is, and that's a part of that Wildfire state of mind, is this trust and this faith in each other, in the group, in
the unity that you build throughout the week.
In the unity you build, in in creativity and the inspiration that comes, Yeah. And it's so important to have that faith in each other and that connection and that unity for Wildfire to happen.
Exactly. And it really stretches us. I mean, it does get difficult, but then just that sense of accomplishment that we became united, and it might be a bunch of kind of unlikely people to be hanging out together, but then at the end it's we could have, the only way we did this was through collaboration with each other and through newfound friendship.
It almost sounds like the choice that you're talking about is a choice to become uncomfortable in search of transcendence.
Yes, there's a mosquito on your forehead.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really out here. We're out here in the wild.
This is tiny Ontario, guys.
Yeah, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not AI. This is all
This
real.
is not AI.
This is all real. It's a choice to become uncomfortable. And I really think that's profound. In our society, we're faced with so many messages to seek comfort.
Yeah.
And also you were talking about different ways of approaching injustice in situations. I think a lot of people right now, when someone has a differing opinion to them or differing worldview, they block and delete them or they troll them online. And we all know that this ends very badly, right? Yeah, and it creates so much more division at scale. Whereas here, it's no, you're in a cabin.
Oh, yeah.
You're locked in together.
Gonna have to see your roommates that you fought with.
Yeah. So if you have a disagreement, you kind of need to solve it within 24 hours at most, because it's going to feel like an eternity. You can't hide away behind your phone or something like that. So there's a beauty in that. It's let's put ourselves in that uncomfortable situation.
Mm-hmm. If I may add about the uncomfort part.
Yeah.
This is, again, kind of a recurring theme that's presented itself in the study and in the dealing with challenges in art groups is that, and what you were just saying about our society kind of being trained to seek comfort, is that we're also trained to be very skillful at talking about the issue. We have all the language needed to describe the problem and like wallow in it.
Right.
How terrible it
How
is.
terrible
How bad
it
it is. What it is.
Exactly. So the material in the study materials, it's, anyone can describe how there's an inequality of men and women around the world. But then, like, Wildfire really stretches us to, like, think past that and think, okay, we're here together, international school, people from all over the world. We have different experiences on this. There's something to be learned here, and there's a solution that can be found.
Right.
And then again, in the challenges, when we're facing in our art groups, we can be mad at each other all we want. We can, like, think of better arguments. But it's like, we got to put on a show in a day. We have to move forward, and we got to know how to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Like, to me, that's one of the most profound parts of coming together and creating something is a time limit. When you have a time crunch, it changes everything. And like I've always said, if you have a year to make a song, you spend that whole year making the song and still have nothing, or still have something you're not proud of. Versus I could say you have 30 minutes to make a song and you'll make something. And you'll say to yourself, I only had 30 minutes, so it's not a big deal. You'll be way more detached.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of what we do here is we put the time limit on there. Like, no, you're going to present in 3 days. That's technically absurd. People spend a year, 2 years creating a variety show at this level and, going all out and creating excellence and working so hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful. But when it comes to the purpose of Wildfire, coming together to really reach a deeper understanding and grow our community and build bonds of friendship and focus on the process of getting there more than the end product while still trying to have an excellent product. It's a lot to cram in.
Oh, yeah.
But it creates the conditions for diamonds, And that's what I was saying earlier today. It's like if you're digging in this mine of creativity to find those gems, if it's very easy to get stuck when you start to collaborate, especially. There's enough struggles alone as a creative person, but when you collaborate, there's even more. It's exponential, right? And if someone
then everyone else's problems becomes your problem.
Yeah, if someone doesn't have the right look on their face, and you go, "Oh, is that because I shared my idea?" And oh my god, and all those problems. But it's so easy to get stuck. But you have to keep digging as a team.
Yes.
And it's about the digging, really.
Yes.
Because those diamonds are in there. You're gonna find them. So you can't stop digging is kind of the thing. So I'd like to hear from both of you, if it's okay and allowable.
Of course.
Like a little bit about your experience here at Wildfire with this process of creativity, with the time crunch, and maybe some stories or interesting anecdotes. Anecdotes, that's a good word.
Well, I think...
Is that the word?
Yeah, like
okay, sweet.
Little stories,
Conjecture.
right?
Conjecture.
Conjecture. I think, like, one part, like, of this is, like, in the being uncomfortable to find transparency and this commitment to that. I think a part of that is also a commitment to being uncomfortable because it's imperfect, and like how the time crunch helps us to have that. I think like we can really stunt our creative process and our inspiration when we're so used to, if something isn't perfect, we'll just throw it away,
Right.
But that's impossible for us here, like that's not gonna happen. We have to be a little, you might be a little uncomfortable on stage because you're not completely confident in your song, or when you're sharing with your group members, or maybe your idea isn't fully formed as you're talking to the other people, but you have to be committed to that, to being a little uncomfortable and it not being perfect right away, so that you can be creative, like it's very easy. Like we could all sit there in our music group and be like, this song sucks. Like, we don't have good lyrics, we don't have good chords, we don't have a good melody. This like it's terrible, But that doesn't create a song.
Right.
That doesn't make a song, Saying how it's bad is never going to make something good, you know?
Exactly.
In fact, I would say criticism stifles growth.
Yeah.
Just a little conjecture.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a little anecdote of my own.
Hey.
So this is Spring Wildfire of 2024, and I had joined the dance group for the first time. And there were 5 people, including me, in the dance group. And I'm pretty sure the music group that year was like 20 people or something. So we were by far the smallest group. And, you know, for the first 2 days, we didn't even have anything. We were just talking about if we should just disband and not even do the group at all because we have 5 people. But then we found a song that we really liked. And it was like a contemporary style song, and we were like, how the heck are we going to dance to this? And then suddenly, like, we just put our heads together. Like, we were literally sitting around being like, should we just leave and join other groups? And then in 10 minutes, we have like an idea, a concept for this dance around this song. And it ended up being very sweet. It actually the style reminds me of the workshop dance style a little bit, the Nancy Campbell workshop dance style, because it's telling a story through dance. And it was about service, because the theme that year was like, I don't know, something about service and helping people find joy. And that ended up being such a huge hit at Showcase. Like, many people were brought to tears. All the members of the dance team loved it.
Including me. I remember.
Yeah. And people wanted to see it again and again. And they were like, you guys should do it at the next Showcase and at the next. So, yeah.
Yeah, which is wild because you said you spent like half the time just talking about how maybe you shouldn't do it.
I think on Thursday was when we actually ran through the dance for the first time.
The day of the show.
The day of the show.
And I think part of the reason that this was even possible is like the wildfire state of mind and this unity of purpose and this faith that it will be accomplished and we can be in it and we can accomplish it, you know, even though it is Thursday and you've just started and you've just ran through the dance, you know. And
something else that really motivated us was each other's passion for it. Because, you know, despite us having so few people, there were like 2 staff that were helping us, and they like were showing such passion and dedication for our dance, and so that motivated like the actual members of the dance group itself to be like, guys, let's just put in more work. And then we just kind of motivated each other that way. So
that's amazing. Yeah, I think it's just such an incredible space to grow community, build these bonds, and be faced with pressure. So it's like a lot of things we're covering, like being faced with the pressure of the time crunch, the pressure of being together with people that are different from you, the pressure of just being stuck in the woods in a cabin. It's a lot of pressure. So that's kind of interesting. Most people, I think, are searching to evade pressure. Like, ooh, it's a high pressure situation. I don't want in. Ooh, count me out. I don't want to be involved with that. But here we are making the choice.
Oh, yeah.
Especially those of us returning over. We know what it's all about. We know it's going to be stressful. We have the choice to leave,
but we come.
We could say, I don't really want to do that. But like we're saying, no, actually, I'm looking forward to it. I know I do. Wildfire is the reason I'm still at the school. And I've been here 13 years. It's so wild. You know what I mean? It's so wild. It's wild. It's a wild reason to want to lock yourself in a cabin with 80 teenagers.
And you know
what I mean?
There really is awesome. There is a reason to complain, and I mean, like, you know, to the outside world, it's like, wow, these kids are in a cabin, like they
cold showers.
They have reason to complain. They should be complaining.
Yeah.
But there's so many things to be grateful for and to find.
Like from this pressure emerges so many beautiful things, you know, like the unity of purpose, like the bonds of friendship, like this creativity, like this faith in each other, you know, all of these incredible things that emerge from this pressure that when you first look at it, it seems crazy, like, and it seems like it's going to be terrible, but it isn't. And it's actually quite beautiful. Being able to see that and all of these amazing things that come from it.
And then in the end, you're kind of like, well, there's actually absolutely no reason to complain because the things that I, on the outset and initially would have complained about actually helped me do these other things. So actually there's nothing to complain about.
That's amazing. So this year's theme is the equality of men and women. I personally have missed most of the deepening sessions, the study sessions. I've been involved more in the arts part, and then I've also been helping out at nighttime, just with some other things. There's so much to do here, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe you two can catch me up a little bit on the theme of this wildfire and what just things that have caught your ear, you know, things that you found were really interesting. It could be something you knew before that you just got reminded of, or it could be a thing you discovered, a new angle to look at something or face this situation in a different way.
I mean, I think for me, it's been quite beautiful to see, like in my study group, to see so many different people with so many different opinions and different knowledge and things they know, and all coming to discuss these issues and trying to get deeper into these issues, you know, beyond just like what is the problem and these are the bad things and these are terrible things that happen, but how can we solve it? What are the underlying reasons behind these problems? All like these deeper thinking and strategies, and like it's quite beautiful what we've been able to create, you know, through discussion and study, and yeah, it's been very inspiring.
That's amazing.
To me, it highlights how the youth are thinking about these issues in the outside world, because these materials, as we know, they come from a very targeted learning system that has been like, how do I say this? Has been taking in all this information from the realities around the world and putting it into one document. So it's very, very accurate. But kind of the concepts that it pulls from draws out in each member in the study group kind of their own conception of what these issues, or how these issues present themselves in the world. So it's very interesting to see. And then also, like, to go back to the simple, just baseline, like basic ideas that are like before us, because a lot of, like, it's hard material to understand, and the language that it uses is very complex, and there's often concepts within concepts in just one sentence. And so, and you know, especially for the people who are ESL or people who are looking at this concept just for the first time, it's so important to establish like a common understanding of at least one basic thing that we're talking about, so that we can all advance in one area of learning.
Right.
And I think that's also something quite beautiful. Like from Wildfire, as a school community, all of us have advanced our understanding, and all of us have this common understanding about equality of men and women and all of these things that we're studying. And it, like, we all come out of this with this new understanding and this shared understanding that can then lead to like establishments of like a shared vision of what we want to work towards, and like action towards this shared vision that from this shared understanding that we've created, you know? It's very, very beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of different from starting a hashtag on a social media site.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
And trying to gain followers on an account you make for, which there's nothing wrong with raising awareness, but this to me seems very real. You know, it's a very real thing. It doesn't solve the issue globally at all.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we're claiming to be solving the equality of men and women for the world in a few days.
No.
But what I am hearing is that it is creating the conditions where a small group of people have gathered and have been able to face difference of thought, diversity of culture, diversity of every part of humanity, and find a way to let a unified thought emerge.
Yes.
And a unified vision emerge. Just some profound stuff. I'm just
This is
trying to
some pretty
repeating
deep
back
stuff.
what you
Oh,
both
yeah,
have
yeah.
said.
Absolutely. I also think that this theme for the wildfire is one that society uses to evoke rage from people, like from populations. Like it can be very divisive. You know, people have made it to be. But again, when we reach this understanding of like, what is a human being? Like, how are we all noble? This idea that everyone's noble. And if we look at each other in the light of nobility and in the light of being a co-creator of society. Co-creator of society. That's something that the material asks us to think about. Like, how would our solutions change, or approaches to solutions change, if we began viewing everyone as co-creators of society, not like you're different from me, or you're below me, or above me, or...
Right.
And once, like, even as we're studying this, we have to apply it. Like, as we're studying, looking at every single person as noble in a co-creative society, then we have to do that in our groups. You know? Because like, different opinions are going to emerge and different ideas are going to happen, but we all have to have this commitment to being a little bit uncomfortable through talking through these things and establishing this shared understanding. That together we will reach an understanding, and we will consult, and we're going to see everyone as a co-creator society through that, you know? Yeah. And that's like something that we all have to commit to be able to make this happen, to advance together.
Yeah, I think one other aspect of Wildfire that's very interesting and unique is students are invited to facilitate the study.
Yes.
Which is huge. It's of paramount importance in my mind. I just wanted to say that word. It's a pretty big word, but paramount importance. So, because as the adults, as the educators, we can easily sit and expound our wisdom until the lights go down. But no. Let's co-create this space with students together. And yes, we're still here. Yes, we're helping guide, but we're actually doing that also. To allow for the students to rise up. And I remember when this kind of came in, and it just immediately took the study session from a lot of students being really bored to way more students engaged, because the younger students seeing a grade 11 or 12 guide the study is fascinating. And they think, oh, wait, this student I look up to is my teacher right now, or, not even a teacher, just guiding the moment.
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
And that's another part that is so interesting about Wildfire, and that there's so much learning to be had about, or learning around, is like the relationship between facilitator and group member, because that's also so novel in society. Society thinks, okay, leader, followers, not co-creators, like very much higher ups and lower downs, like knowledge bearers, inferior knowledge. And so it's like, how do facilitators create the conditions where the group members feel a sense of ownership too? Like, the job of a facilitator is not at all to lead, it's to facilitate, it's to bring out contributions in everyone. And
I think, like, that's why a big part of this kind of Wildfire state of mind is humility. Because in order for the facilitator to do that, you have to have humility and approach the situation with humility. You can't be thinking, I know way more than the rest of my group, and so I'm gonna lead them. That's not seeing everyone as a co-creative society. No. So humility is such an essential part of the study. And then of course also the art groups, like when you're consulting about what song to make, what dance to make, whatever it is, you have to approach it with humility, because in the same way, like in our art groups too, yes, there are teachers that are leading, but often like the students are kind of supposed to lead, lead it all together, and you need to have humility for that. Like, sure, there's there's probably like a few students who know way more about music, or way more advanced in something else, and they could lead the whole thing, but there's so much humility that's taken, and that's how we create such beautiful things all together, as co-creators of society, of this space, of the understanding that we have, of the art that we make. We're all co-creators of it, and I think from like the root of that is this humility that we've all committed to.
That's so true. It's also like, this is the hard thing to do, like everyone committing to being a co-creator, because it would be so easy, again, like you were saying, to just be like, the teacher's leading us and everything. But honestly, if you think about it, it's like, it's what humanity was created for. It's the whole reason why we have civilization, is to progress and to do the hard thing. And I think that's such a big achievement at this school that we do, is like, no other place does that. And at Wildfire is where you see it happen.
Wildfire,
Wildfire.
where it happens.
Where it happens.
Oh, yeah.
This summer.
This fall.
This fall. One team.
I don't know. I was doing the movie thing.
Yeah.
What should I say in the movie script? Okay, Wildfire this fall.
Wildfire this fall.
One mission.
One mission.
Wait, what's the slogan? Two
One-
wings, one
One
flight?
mission, all co-creators.
Oh.
I don't know.
One mission.
One mission.
Diverse people. All co-creators.
Oh.
Wildfire.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait.
This autumn. Wildfire. One mission.
Wait, what was it?
Diverse
Di-
perspectives.
Oh, diverse people.
Diverse people.
Diverse people.
All co-creators.
All co-creators.
All co-creators.
One mission? Is that what it is?
Okay.
This autumn. Wildfire. One mission. Diverse people. All co-creators.
Wow.
Hopefully that works. Well, it's been an honor and a slice and a pleasure to sit with you two amazing human beings. I look up to
Thank you
you.
guys so much.
Aw.
How old are you for the camera? Let's hear it.
16, turning 17.
I'm
Sheesh.
15.
Sheesh. I am an undescribed age. I'm an undefined age. No, just kidding. Yeah, when I was your age, I didn't really have the opportunity for as much of this depth. So I'm just so excited that y'all are the leaders of the world in just a few years.
No pressure. Nah.
No, you need the pressure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait, that's so true.
See?
This is how
Wait.
we progress.
Yeah,
Oh my
see?
gosh.
Yeah, you need that pressure to grow,
Actually.
pressure to succeed in the things you're trying to do, and to focus on the process, not the product.
Yeah.
We're not trying to go solve equality of men and women in a month or in 2 years. No, we're just focused on the process. How do we all raise our understanding? How do we deepen together?
How do we address the root issue? Not
address
just
the root issue?
provide temporary salve.
Allow for difference.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's temporary salve. Yeah.
That's not my words. That's
Sheesh.
House of Justice, guys.
There you
not
go.
me.
Any last final thoughts and words?
I'm just very grateful
Yeah.
that I get to be a part of this, and talking to you guys and
Yeah.
all of this.
It's an honor. Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that notification
Okay,
bell.
do a subscribe freestyle.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Subscribe. You won't miss the vibe.
Oh.
Everybody come to my page. What rhymes with page?
Page.
I don't get no wage. It's okay because I love this.
That was good. You could just end
Finish
it.
it.
Do
Yeah.
another subscribe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Subscribe.
Subscribe.